Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube. So before we get into the video, I just want to do a quick disclaimer and say that I'm not saying that this is the only way to get lean. I'm not saying this is the best way to get lean, and I'm not saying you should do this to get lean. I'm just showing you what I like to do to get lean and what I enjoy. So yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, so first of all, please excuse the cooking stove that I'm cooking on. My cooker decided to break just as I was going to film this on what I eat in a day, so we're going to have to deal with this little one. So my breakfast is the first meal of the day. I like to have this after I've done my morning walk, and this usually works out around 7 a.m. I have 3 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, some spinach and mushrooms. I like to cook the eggs in a little bit of butter because I find that this makes them nice and creamy, and I use a little bit of coconut oil to cook my spinach and mushrooms in. I like to cook my scrambled egg slowly because I find that that keeps it soft and doesn't dry it out. As you can see, I'm using a lot of spinach because we all know what happens to spinach after we cook it. There's like hardly anything left. And then after about 10 to 15 minutes, it's ready. Add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Why do I sound like I'm singing a song? And I'll have a glass of water with some lemons in it. Simple but yummy. And then at some point in the morning, I'll have my coffee. I have it with lactose-free milk, and I usually have decaf capsules, but sometimes if I need that little bit of energy, guys, I'm gonna go for the caffeine ones, all right? So now onto the bulk of my meals that I have during the day. I am a little bit weird, and I do eat 3 meals exactly the same during the day. This is just because I really enjoy what I eat. It's tasty, and it just works, you know? So these are cod and pollock frozen fillets, and I'll have around 300 grams of this, and I'll have that with jasmine rice because I've found that this is most easily digested and it doesn't tend to bloat me. It's quite easy on the digestive system. This was an on training day, so I had 100 grams compared to 150 on a training day. So I cook it in 25 grams of coconut oil and season it in my favorite seasoning, guys, and that is Cajun. 107 grams of rice it is. I'm really not going to stand there picking out grains of rice to make it 100 grams. Once the oil is heated in the pan, I'll add my fish in frozen because, yep, I do cook it from frozen. It does take a little bit of time to get soft, but I just find that it's quicker to just get it straight out of the freezer and cook it from frozen. And then once it softens up, I'll add my Cajun seasoning and a little bit more. And then I'll just break it up into little bits because I just find that it's easier to eat this way. And then after everything's cooked, I'll add the fish and the rice into a Tupperware box, and then I'll just put it on the side and let it cool down. And I'll split this whole Tupperware box into 3 meals during the day, either side my breakfast and my dinner. Okay, so this is me eating meal 2. I don't know if you actually wanted to see me eating it, but I thought I'd put it in anyway. And then this is me eating meal 3. And then at some point during the day, I'll have my protein shake. So obviously, if this was a training day, I would have this straight after training. So I'm using the Strong Vegan Protein, which is our own brand. I will link below if you would like to purchase. Obviously, I'm not a vegan, but I just find that the vegan protein works really well with me. It doesn't seem to bloat me, and I just really like the taste. And then we have a real quick pit stop for some Hennef the Kenneth cuddles. Okay, so this is meal 4. I don't have any specific times that I eat. I just literally eat when I'm hungry. Okay, so now onto the last meal of the day. So this is my salmon. I have 150 grams of this, and I cook it with some broccoli, and this is a good source of fats and protein. And then what I like to do is just add a little bit of garlic powder onto the salmon just to give it a little bit more taste. This is the way I like to cook my salmon in a frying pan because I find that when you kind of like mash it up into little pieces, you can get a really nice crispy texture on it. Also, I don't use any extra cooking oil or coconut oil to cook it in because the salmon is quite oily. It can cook by itself. And then for a snack, I have a banana, and tonight I'm having it with some watermelon. So sometimes I'll eat my banana during the day, sometimes I'll eat it in the evening, sometimes I will have it in a smoothie. It just really depends when I want to eat my banana. And I'll have that with another vegan protein shake to make sure I'm hitting my protein intake. So yeah, that's what I eat in a day, every day to get lean. So next I'm going to show you my 1 week's progression with a physique update. So I just thought I'd quickly add on my 1 week's progress on the end of this video. So I've lost 6 pounds in total, which obviously does sound like a lot, but most of that will be water weight because of the foods that I've been eating for the last 5 weeks when I was traveling in December. A lot of salty foods, so my body just ended up holding on to a lot of weight. So as you can see between the different videos, you can see that my face is a lot less puffy and my my stomach area has like leaned out a little bit as well. And this is all just by eating what I've just shown you in this video, incorporating my weight training back in consistently, and also doing my cardio every single day. So when you're trying to lose weight, you will generally lose the most weight in the first week because, like I've just said, a lot of it is water weight. So as soon as you start incorporating exercise, minding what you eat, and don't take in as much salt, your body will flush through and flush out the water. So it's important to bear in mind that if you put it like this, it takes 3,500 calories to burn 1 pound of fat. So for me, this is perfect because I'm in roughly around a 500 calorie deficit per day. So that will mean I'll be losing around 1 pound per week of body fat. Just needed to move the camera because the sun has come out. Oh, it's still on my face. But anyway, so for example, my husband, he is double my body weight, so he can sometimes burn up to double the calories that I burn when he's on a cut. So for him, his fat loss will be more like a 2 pound fat loss per week because he's in a much more bigger deficit. Also, it's important to note that I am actually talking about fat loss and not weight loss because they are two different things. So for me, I want to lose fat but keep my muscle. So the process is a lot slower. Whereas if I wanted to lose weight overall, I could incorporate loads of HIIT sessions, I could cut my calories drastically, and then obviously that would equate to a much bigger weight loss than if I was just concentrating on fat loss. But obviously that is not advised, it's really, really unhealthy and it's not sustainable. And obviously that's not my goal. I don't want to lose weight, I want to just lose fat but keep my muscle. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that because fat loss and weight loss are two different things. So yeah, that is it. I just really quickly wanted to add that on the end and just show you my week's progress. Because yeah, as long as you're consistent with your nutrition and training, results will show. You just have to be patient and trust the process. Like from now, I will literally lose like 1 pound, half a pound a week. And then there will be a stage where I'll get to where I probably won't lose anything. It will just be the same. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one.